What's up, YouTube? Tim Moose here. Now, A24 had a pretty good year in 2024 here. So, here are my official top 10 favorite A24 films of 2024. Now, I still haven't seen The Brutalist yet. I'm probably not going to see that until possibly sometime in January. So, if I end up seeing it in January, it'll just be in my honorable mention, or I might just interpret that in my, 2025 list, I guess. But here are my official top 10 here. All right. Number 10 is the horror film Herrick. Now, of course, this is about two missionaries who becomes it's not in a deadly cat and mouse game when they knock on the door on this diabolical Mr. Reed, played by Hugh Grant, who's of course trapped in his home, and they must turn to their fate if they want to make it out alive. It is a pretty creepy one. You know, Hugh Grant is terrific. The two girls, Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East, was really good. Definitely had some interesting aspects to it. Really creepy if you guys haven't seen it. Number 9 is I Saw the TV Glow, which of course stars Justice Smith, Bridget Lendy Payne, where like a classmate introduces this teenager to a mysterious late night TV show and a vision of the supernatural world beneath their own. Here, and it gets pretty creepy at times. Justice Smith is excellent on this. Bridget Lendy Payne, who I remember them being a part of that show at Typica, they were pretty good in this. You also had Fred Durst popping up, Phoebe Bridges. It's a really decent little horror film, and of course, Jane Scobern, uh that who did that World's Fair film years ago. Jane did a good job, so definitely give this one a go. All right, number 8 is the movie Queer. Of course, this is the film with Daniel Craig. Uh, of course, in it, it's where like he recounts his life in Mexico City among American students, and he of course was for like this young man named Elton, and I thought Daniel Craig was really solid in this. Drew Starkey was also really good. Luca Guadagnino did great here. Cinematography is pretty good. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, I say give it a go. It's a really decent one. All right, number 7 is the film Baby Girl. Now, of course, this is the erotic film with Nicole Kidman, who plays like this high power CEO who puts her career and family on the line when she begins an affair with a much younger intern played by Harris Dickinson. You also had Antonio Banderas, who's a shame he's not really getting much Oscar buzz for this. Like, I just thought he was terrific in this. Of course, so dang, the girl from Talk to Me. Forgot her name. She was pretty good in this. Sophie Wild, that's her name. She was really solid in this. It was really interesting. Great performances by Nicole Kidman. But of course, the director Buys by Bodies did this, and a second win for her. So really decent fun. All right. Number 6 is a film not many people probably heard of, and it's a movie called Promised. Now, Julia Torres both stars and directs this film, where he plays Alejandro, who's this aspiring toy designer who's struggling to bring his unusual ideas to New York City. And of course, on his pretty much as like time on his work visa runs out, a job assist a art world becomes like his only way hope to stay in the country. And of course, you got Tilda Swinton, who is Tilda Swinton's terrific in this. Greta Lee, who was in Past Lives, really like seeing her pop up. Really nice little film. Has very heartfelt. Julia Torres did a good job directing and starring in this. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's actually a lot of these are on Max. So if you guys haven't seen Promessa, definitely give that one a go. All right, number 5 is A Different Man. Of course, this is the film with Sebastian Stan, Adam Pearson, Renee Renslave. Where like this actor who undergoes a racial medical procedure to drastically transform like his appearance, and of course his like new dream face quickly turns into a nightmare when he becomes obsessed with reclaiming what was lost. And Sebastian Stan, I still don't know which one he was better in between this or playing Trump in The Apprentice, but great year for Sebastian Stan. Adam Pearson was great. The makeup and FX stuff they use in this is really intriguing. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely give A Different Man a go. It premieres on Max in January, by the way. All right, number four is Sing Sing. Of course, this is where where Divine G, who's like in prison for a crime he didn't commit. He finds purpose by acting in a deer group alongside other incarcerated men, and it's really interesting that lots other than Coleman Domingo, honestly, majority of the cast who's in the prison are actually real life inmates. Clarence Macklin, by the way, is getting some Oscar buzz for his performance. Paul Raci is also in this. He's really good. I mean, it definitely is very heartfelt. Very great performances by Coleman Domingo, who's of course getting Oscar buzz for this. It is really a treat check out. So if you guys haven't seen it, definitely give that one a go. Number three is Maxine, which Maxine was really decent. It's not as good as let's say X or even Pearl, but I still thought Maxine was really excellent. Mia Goth was once again terrific as Maxine. Kevin Bacon was great. I love the '80s aspects. Some of the kills in this was pretty cool too. Seeing Halsey pop up, that was really interesting. So I really enjoyed Maxine, and I don't think we're ever gonna get another one, but hey, this is a really decent trilogy in my opinion. All right, number two is Love Lies Bleeding. Of course, this is where like Lou, played by Kristen Stewart, who's this gym manager, who falls for Jackie, who's this bodybuilder who's heading to Vegas, and their love seems like turns violent as they like get pulled deep into Lou's criminal family. And of course, you have Ed Harris was great in this, Dave Franco. The chemistry between Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien was terrific. Katie O'Brien, I can always see her in more stuff. Like I just thought she was excellent in this thing. It was very interesting, very intense at times. Rose Glad, who's in that Saint Maud movie, did a great job with this. So really decent flick there. And my number one favorite A24 film is actually in my top 10 favorite of the year, and that is Civil War. Of course, Alex Garland. I thought this was Alex Garland's best work since Ex Machina. Of course, it is set in a dystopian future where like a team of military and battle journalists race against time to reach DC before like rebel factions ascend upon the White House. And it's a really intriguing film with great performances. Also great performances by Kristen Dunst, Jesse Plemons. Jesse Plemons was scary in this. I mean, it's not a horror film, but man, he really was creepy here. Kaylee Spanning was great. Stephen Henderson. I thought it was a really interesting film. Great cinematography. I mean, if you guys haven't really watched Civil War, definitely give that a go. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. 10, Herrick. 9, I Saw the TV Glow. 8, Queer. 7, Baby Girl. 6, Problemista. 5, A Different Man. 4, Sing Sing. 3, Maxine. 2, Love Lies Bleeding. And number 1, Civil War. Now, other films in my honorable mention will be Janet Planet, Y2K. I actually was gonna add Y2K in my top 10 list, but I think the top 10 is a little bit more better. But I did quite like Y2K. That movie was pretty fun. Tuesday with Julie Louis Dreyfus was pretty good. We Live in Time. Probably their only like A24's only worst movie of the year, in my opinion, is probably The Front Room. Like every year, they always put out some great stuff, but there's always like that one time where they one film that don't turn out well. Last year or the following yesterday was Bo's Afraid. This year was obviously The Front Room. We'll see what else they have in 2025 if any of those will be good or not, but we'll see. Anyway, and of course the Brutalist, which I'll be seeing in January. Hopefully by Oscar time. But let me let you guys. What were some of your favorite A24 movies of the year? Did you like Civil War, Love Lies Bleeding, Maxine, Sing Sing? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Sammy